Halloween, bless Samhain. I'm so excited. I love this time of year, being able to dress up and have fun. Get the unicorns, get the dragons, some other witchy magical things, including me. Yes. So let's begin with choose a dragon. There's the green dragon, and he's sitting with the fairy turret. We have the blue dragon, and that's for the star seeds. And we have the black dragon, and that's for all the earth-based beings as well. This is the earth magic cards. So sit for a moment and see what resonates with you. And as you do that, I'm going to make a whole bunch of noise because that got me a surprise back. So I'm not going to give you concentration this time. You're going to actually have to trust your intuition. See what's in here. Candies, lots of candy. Jellies. More jellies. So many jellies. There are Hershey Kisses. Oops. Something fell out and I don't know what it was. Hershey Kisses. Those at you. Hershey Kisses. We're almost up to 100 viewers. 100 subscribers. Red and green, my two favorites for suckers, anyways. Beautiful. Another kiss. Have you chosen? There was all that noise and emotion. What was called to you? Which little dragon? I'm feeling called to pull the green dragon first. Here's your dragon. I have these beautiful kyanite crystals. Speaking of those 100 subscribers, I'm looking forward to be able to giving those away. I got emails, people are asking just to leave them as is, and they want to do their creations with it. And along with that, I'm going to give tarot readings, personal tarot readings, and they will be in depth. So I will do more of a Celtic cross kind of idea. And if you have any questions, then I'll go to in-depth reading with that. But we'll get into that when we get to the 100th subscriber. Wouldn't that be great if we could do that today on Halloween? Yay! Oh, I'm not the only one into the surprise bag. Little Miss Suki's in there. All these candies are wonderful, but I'm going to save them for kids. But I will probably snack out on these suckers. Probably the green one. So we're going to begin with the Earth Magic cards. Let's give it up. Miss Suki's here for the reading. She doesn't want to wear costume. So I might put a little spooky t-shirt on her. So spirit, ancestors, all that are here now with the veil is so thin. Please bring the messages from within, without, for the ones that chose the green dragon. What resides with them? What is the messages? The answer you're looking for can be found during a vacation, a retreat, or a holiday getaway. So Spirit's asking the first group to go for some retreats. Take some holiday, take some rest. And admit your true feelings to yourself. This is very important because you can't get what you want. You can't get what you desire. You can't fulfill your purpose without knowing your true feelings. This is very important. You owe this to you and the rest of the world. This is a special gift, knowing your true feelings. And knowing it's okay to be upset. It's okay to be upset. It's what you do with that energy with it. When you become upset, that means it's alerting something's not right. What can you do to make that right? What else does Spirit have to say for group number one? There's an energy in there. I can feel it. That healing, healed, healer. Healing energy surrounds you and all the situation. I got this feeling as well that you feel like you're not as supported as you want to be. Um, People in group one with the green dragon. And the truth is you are. And you have such great strength within you. And it's time to give to yourself. And I believe that resonates with giving yourself that time and space, that holiday, to admit your true feelings to yourself. It's okay. I'm really getting this. It's okay to say no sometimes. And if you have a difficulty with that, you can rewire your system and your feelings. So sometimes we get that feeling of guilt when we say no because we're like, oh no, you know, oh my gosh, I thought about the table thing from TikTok. But that's for somebody, I'm sure. Um, we get those feelings of guilt sometimes when we say no to people, like that we're taking away from them, and we're not. And there's like a little exercise you can do by practicing saying silly things for your no, because sometimes we want to explain them because of that guilt. So we'll, oh, I'm so sorry, I can't. Well, you can be like, I'm so sorry, I can't because I'm counting polka dots on my ceiling. Something silly like I'm shaving my cat, like something really ridiculous, because then your brain switches because that's your thought process going to a different direction because it's very different. So it gets that chemical reaction that you're needing to make the change of feeling guilty around saying no. Okay, Spirit, is there anything else for number one? I just get the sense that you're very loved and supported, that there's a lot of nervous energy with group one. Know that your ancestors and your loved ones are near, even the ones you haven't met. You can call on anyone at this time. Everybody is your ancestor. We are all connected. So if you reside with somebody that you don't even think that's in your lineage, somewhere along the lines, that lineage is together. Yeah, I felt like, yeah, like, yeah, Okay, group number two, the blue dragon. Dragon up. And the blue kind, all right, those are those pieces there. Little pieces of garnet around today. Yeah, group number one. Please give yourself some permission to love, love, love yourself and admit those true feelings. Even when I touch those cards again, I just got that right in my heart. The kyanite crystals let loose some crystals on the Pleiadian, that's sorry, not the Pleiadian, the Arcadian cards. All right, group number two, the blue dragon. Nope, no, not this way. Okay. What messages do you have for the star seeds, the Arcturian Council? What messages do you have for the Starseed Collectives? Remembrance. Oh, I'm getting a feeling that there's a remembrance to remember who you are. How these cards work is you allow the patterns just to go into your memory, into your sight. They will resonate with you. Right? I'm going to set this card down. And how it to resonate as fluorite. The bottom of the card. For some reason, I had the feeling I needed to say that. It's a blue fluorite. I found it here in Niagara Falls. It has a lot of matrixing and coding on it. And that's kind of the messages I'm getting right now about matrix encoding. You need to remember who you are, or you are remembering who you are. There's different kind of energies coming through here. You're remembering who you are. Some are just coming to it. Some of them are some of you are finding that power because you're like, this is who I am. I remember now. Oh wow, that's like really strong. That's a beautiful energy. Wow, that's moving. Oh, okay. Ooh, illusion. Make sure you can see through the illusions. Right now is a great time for us starseeds to really see through the illusion and the veils to get all the answers that we need. Allow that DNA code to resonate with you. Oop. That card sit there. Spirit saying one more time. I feel like there's a lot of questions coming from starseeds. A lot of questions of changes and how to. The how to is kind of like with pile number one, it is seek the problem. If it upsets you, check in with yourself, find a solution, bring the solution to others to solve the problem. No matter what it is that you look at, because there's so many different faucets. Communication. Communication. Your answer is everything's in communication. I'm feeling communication with spirit, communication with councils, communication with ancestors, guides, goddesses, entities, deities. Oh my gosh, like so much. The sky is the limit. I'm even feeling about like communication with like source. And the sun is getting brighter and it's been a very gloomy day. Source is backing you up, starseeds. Oh yeah. I can feel it. It's beautiful energy. Wow, 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 wow. Oh my gosh, even my mouth is kind of watering for some reason. Huh. No, no, no. No, it's not the candies. Some of y'all really go deep, eh? Up into source. Okay. Earlier, this is like spirits, like, you gotta talk about this. I'm like, all right, Mother Mary. Mother Mary's birthday is on September 8th. And don't freak out, it's my cat behind me. Opening the door. Mother Mary is the transcendent through all ages. And Mother Mary would be, oh, how do I put that? She's the mother of us all. She's the mother of God's son. Some even say the mother of God. Um, I'm getting a feeling like, oh my gosh, Louise, you popped in my head about raising the feminine energy. That popped in my head. Um, Notre Dame, when it burnt, I remember feeling there was a big, strong feminine energy coming from that. And for this reason, I'm doing it with this group as well right now. Um, Even for the males, I'm feeling like there's a feminine energy rising within you, and that you're feeling that shift. And that women, not only are we strong, but we're getting that strong softness about us that's becoming part of our collective. And that's coming in with the communication. because we needed to speak with each other. Oh, Spirit's great. I love it when they download like that. It's amazing. Nope, I got a feeling I pulled this one. Wisdom. Yeah, baby. Spirit's like, leave that. Okay. And leaving it. Wisdom. Onto the black dragon. He's a little bit dusty. He's been up on my roof. He sits above me when I go to sleep. All my little dragons do. A black dragon. With a kiss. Just for you, sweet kisses. Oh, those messages resonate. It's so funny because when they come out, I used to always wonder, like, where did that come from? It's always just a message for some viewer that's watching or somebody that I'm speaking with at the time. That's when I find, like, when spirit really comes through and messes with me, it's I'll make a joke and somebody will just look at me and say, like, how'd you know that? I'm like, what do you mean, how did I know that? And they're like, but how'd you know that? I'm like, I don't know. Spirit is funny. It can kind of put you on the spot sometimes because some people don't understand. But it's getting better. Like, oh my gosh, it's so much better. In the 90s, it was okay with some circles, but then not all the time. And I felt really compelled to say that again. Spirit's going to work on me again. Okay. Oh, I think you're underneath this thing. Okay. So the black dragons. Beautiful black dragons. The earth magic messages. Spirit, universe, what do you have to say for the earth? The earth-based magic cards. Pile number 3. I hear something about music and singing. It's something you love to do, but maybe not so much out in public. But Spirit saying, like, this group or this really resides with somebody that maybe more than one. That getting out there and dancing and singing and creating with your voice is really important for number 3 for the black dragon. I wanted to see the blue dragon, so I was thinking throat chakra. So what is it, Spirit? He saw his channel messages. Whoop! Wait, I feel something there. There it is. No, that's not it. That's it. Rain, purification. Ooh, with all the rains that we've been having lately, I've really been feeling like a lot of purification in the air and in the ground, and like getting ready for the winter months here in the northern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, I'm not too sure. I haven't been hearing too much about the weather down there, but I do know that there's some shifts going on with the volcanoes. I do know we're having some major solar flares today, and I hope people are not getting too about it because it's not the big one. But this is a good time for purification and understanding, especially with group number 3, to know that what's coming about with our earth and the changes that are coming, that's coming from like the whole universe, it's an all interactive relationship and history repeats itself. And earth is creating her story as well. And we're along for that journey with her. And like, Spirit, where are we going with this? And that relationship between the sun and the earth will always continue on. And we're here as viewers and creators. So what we're thinking and feeling is creating as well. And the sun responds to us, just like clouds and the wind. So when you get into magic, which is pretty much our everyday living, way back when, is, and we've done this in a primitive state. See, this is amazing. And we're coming to that awareness, that shift. We're like in Atlantean times again, like in the baby years of Atlantean times. We're literally shifting our consciousness to know that we can shift everything and create these new realities. And so having that shift within us now and moving forward creates that much more for us as a collective. So when you hear people talking about heart-based center, creating, manifesting, you're a creator. I have a feeling some of you already know this, but there's somebody that doesn't seem. I'm trying to figure out like how spirit says this, is like waiting for that last key to click it. And the last key for you is to believe it. And it might seem like, oh, blah, blah, blah. But when you believe it, you start taking those actions towards it. Your cellular body starts going into play. And that's where people are falling short with these affirmations and stuff. And they say, well, why does it take 3 weeks? Or why does it take so long to work? Because our cells are reacting to our voice. And because we're taking our conscious mind and our subconscious mind and we're really getting it in there. Because our conscious choices go like this. But when we go to sleep and wake up and we kind of run that unconscious program again, that's where it's so important that we get that mindful thinking so we can alter the thoughts. And that's where the creation comes. And that's where our bodies are chemically changing. So when people go to like Joe Dispenza events and they're sitting in their space and they're checking in, what's going on is they're chemically changing as well when they're doing their brain work, when they're doing their subconscious work with their conscious work. And that's why there's such radical change. That's why they can measure it, is because there's a cellular change in the body. And when the body starts understanding, hey, we're making these changes, it doesn't always like go well. And that's why we have kind of discomfort because we're literally changing. Now, somebody mentioned about DNA, and I'm getting the call right now to bring this up. Ooh, hi, Rebecca. And what's going on with the DNA is the same thing. So when you're changing your DNA and you do so in your subconscious level, you have your physical level here in the present, and it needs to shift as well. So if the physical body is addicted to sugars, cigarettes, foods, behaviors, patterns, reactions, those things are going to continue on until you get your body to chemically shift. So once that chemical shift happens, you're smooth sailing. So that's where the power of thought comes in, that you're saying to yourself, I know what's going on with my body. I'm chemically shifting. But now that you know that you're chemically shifting, now you can start asking the questions of how can I make this in a better place? How can I make my body feel better while I'm shifting? How can I make this shift a little bit easier but still get to the path? Remain focused, group 3. Remain focused. And for anybody that picked this group, you might have picked 1 and 3, 2 and 3, or all 3. It all goes with what feels right. So Spirit's telling me to pull another card, but I don't need to pull too many. Oh, because there's 2 here. Spirit. So stay in your vulnerability. There's a communion with you and Spirit coming. I have a feeling group number 3 are very powerful healers and leaders. I'm really getting that sense. You can let that resonate. That's as far as I got. So, yeah. So now I'm going to do the, yeah, they send me that up there. This one here. Healed, healed, healer. I just picked up the deck, by the way. So that's your card. I'm also going to do some books here. So pick numbers 1, 2, or 3. Whatever number resides with you. And we can begin. Those who pick number 1. Your message is: in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, which is published by the American Psychiatric Association, known as the DSM-IV, the symptoms of PTSD are described under 3 major categories. We are experiencing the trauma, psychic numbing, and increased arousal. I think that's something you should look into, Group 1. If you want to look more into it, this is the Earth Magic book by Stephen Farmer. They actually go with cards. Those ones are, yeah, these are here. Yeah, these are the Earth Magic cards. But this was for group 3. So maybe group 3 picked number 1. I'm not sure. Spirit's always funny that way. So whoever picked number 2, you have Rosemary Gladstar's Herbal Recipes for Vibrant Health. And what does Spirit say? Ooh. A spry spirit. Lucky for me, Adele lived nearby, just over the hill, as the crow flies. Her rambling farmhouse was surrounded by mostly untamed garden that ran wildly up the hillside. Lush with herbs and wildflowers and useful weeds, her garden was reflective of the free spirit and of its owner. I actually resonate with that so much. Group number 2 or number 2s. I believe that will reside with you. I have a feeling that you're going to make some sort of herbal tea once you pick number 2. Number 3, we have a witch's book. This was with an introduction by the author, by Erica Jean. This is one of my favorite books. Number 3. Oh, hang on a second. I don't think that counts because it went right to the page there. So hang on. Let's enter. Message. People chose number 3. Ooh, that was wild. I felt like I almost shook it out for a second. The White Goddess and the Witch. The yearning for Mother Goddess takes many forms, and the archetypes of good and evil witches are only 2 of them. Perhaps the most famous evocation of the Mother Goddess is in recent literature in Robert Graves' description of in her The White Goddess. He associates the Mother Goddess with the muse of the moon goddess, and he goes so far as to say no poem is a true poem unless it is the invocation to her. Wow, there's more, but I just feel compelled to read that paragraph. And the picture goes beside it. Oh, so cute. So thank you. I hope you have a very happy Halloween. I'm going to get busy because that door is going to start knocking soon, and I have some treats to get ready for the children. Many, many blessings. I will be on very soon. Remember, 100 subscribers. I hope we get there, because if we do, I get to come back and have a party, and I can do some giveaways and stuff. Yay! I can't wait to have a contest. I'm dying to have a contest. I love giving stuff to everybody because it's so much fun. So much fun. The dragons and I say, Happy Halloweeners. Bless Samhain, everyone. Bless Samhain.